housing projects, special allocations. So if I can, there are there are just 2 pages of the minutes. So I just ask if there are any corrections to the minutes.
Chairman, I don't believe that neither Senator Allen nor myself are in a position because we're both absent at the last meeting. So it leaves you then, Chair.
Right. And Mr. Nash, am I able to move for confirmation?
To my knowledge, you can, Chair.
Very well.
You are the
Then
member of the
I
last
had no
meeting.
corrections to the minutes. I so move and I asked one of my colleagues to second it.
I second it, Chair.
Thank you. There you go, Mr. Nash. You now have confirmed minutes. The next item on our agenda, of course, is what is now before us today. I'm no longer seeing my agenda. What is before us today, which is the Segregated Accounts Companies Forms and Regulations. And I'm going to just ask, is it Miss Allen and Mr. Davis, if they wish to just take us through? This is not something that I think should delay us. It's a very simple regulation. So I ask them to take the floor.
Good morning. So the Segregated Accounts Companies Act, it was enacted.
We're not hearing you. You have to.
Are you hearing me any better now?
A little better, but you're still low.
It's better now? Much better?
Yes, go ahead, Miss Allen.
Okay, so the Segregated Accounts Companies Act, it was enacted on November 21, 2024, and it was brought into operation on January 20, 2025. And the Act seeks to provide for the registration and operation of companies that operate segregated accounts or incorporated segregated accounts. Now, a segregated accounts company is a registered company under the Companies Act, which comprises of one or more segregated accounts. And a segregated account is a distinct account which separates its assets and liabilities. Negative resolution. As such, the Segregated Accounts Companies Forms Regulations 2025 was promulgated on February 4, 2025 to provide for the requisite forms for the application for registration of a segregated or incorporated segregated accounts company, which is pursuant to Section 4 of the Act, and for any objections being filed to such registration pursuant to Section 6 of the Act. To take you through the regulations as well? Okay. So
yes, please.
Okay. So at regulation 1 of the citation, which cites regulations as the Segregated Accounts Companies Forms Regulations 2025. And then at clause 2, it's prescribing the application to be registered as a segregated accounts company or an incorporated segregated accounts company in accordance with Section 4. And this is identified as Form SAC 1 in the schedule. And at Regulation 3, It is prescribing the form for an objection to the registration or proposed registration of a company as a segregated accounts company or an incorporated segregated accounts company pursuant to Section 6 of the Act. And this form is titled the Form SAC2, and it is found in the schedule. And then we have the schedule pursuant to Regulations 2 and 3, and the forms for application for registration and objection to any such regulations are there in laid out.
Thank you very much, Miss Allen. I just have a question. I wasn't able to remind myself in relation to the Principal Act Section 4 provisions, but in your form, in the second form, the form for application to object, who are the parties that can object to the registration of a segregated account company again, other than a creditor? You have to come a little closer to your mic, Mr. Davis.
Am I being heard more clearly
Yes,
now?
much better. Thank you.
So the objection, other than a creditor, the objection also would lie with perhaps members or potential members, depending on whether or not, for example, especially in a case where it had done business before, because it is possible for a business that was doing business before to seek to be registered as a segregated accounts company. So creditors and possibly members, as well as
Members meaning who? Shareholders?
exactly, shareholders,
Okay.
or within the regulator itself for whatever reasons that the regulators may have.
Very well. Very well. Thank you so much. Members, are there any questions, concerns? This is pretty simple.
No, Chairman, I didn't have any concern over and above the one you asked about who can object, but apart from that, I'm satisfied.
Very well. Thank you, Senator Fraser-Binns. Senator Allen? And Senator Morgan?
I too am satisfied. Sorry for the delay.
Okay. All right, I'll take silence as consent and that there is no objection from the committee.
There's no particular observation that I, wish to make. It's fairly straightforward and clear to me, Chairman.
Very well. Thank you, Senator Morgan. In that case, Mr. Nash, how do we conclude?
Well,
Given this is a negative resolution, regulations, the regulation committee is saying they have no objection to the regulations.
so from this point, I'll go ahead and draft up a report, and then we'll have it tabled in the Senate. So once it's drafted and it's finalized by the committee with whether or not they have any feedback on it or changes, we'll have it signed once it's finalized and then circulated for tabling.
Very well. So Mr. Nash, at the next meeting of the Senate, that report should be circulated, should be tabled.
That's correct.
All of that should be done so that it's tabled at the next meeting of the Senate. Okay? All right, I
Yes.
thank you all very much. Thank you, Ms. Allen. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Colleagues, I don't think we have any further business doing here today. And so I thank you for your attendance and thank you for your prompt attendance at that.
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Nash, am I now finished my business here?
Well, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Nash.
So it's just a matter of checking if we have any other business and if whether or not we'll be setting a date for the next meeting. After that, we can just adjourn.
We don't have a date for the next meeting because we don't have any other regulations before
Okay.
us. The only thing that would come from this would be the minutes of this meeting. So if you could have those minutes, ready for presenting to the members, well, have it disseminated before the Senate next meets, so we can perhaps see if we can squeeze in a quick regulations meeting just to approve those minutes on that day. Okay?
Yes, I will see about that,
Yeah,
Chairman.
yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult. All right, very well. And with that, members, can I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Thank you so much. Seconded.
Seconded, Chair.
Move Senator Allen, seconded by Senator Fraser Binns. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Ms. Allen and Mr. Davis for your service as well. Mr. Nash, thank you as always. Meeting is adjourned.
You're welcome. Goodbye.